It's been a while since my last kit video. I thought I would put together a kit list looking at what I used to do ACONCAGUA back in 2019. And you need a lot of kit to do it. So this is the kit I used, but also with some add-ons from things I learned on that trip and when I was in Ecuador earlier last year when I did Chimborazo, Cotopaxi and Cayambe. There is sometimes the option to be able to send some stuff up on a mule to the base camp, and that's what we did. And for that I just used a 100-litre bag that I would upgrade and use something like this. This is a Rab duffel bag. This is a 120-litre, so that should get most of the kit you need up to base camp. I take lots of dry bags with me, and I'm really loving these Sea to Summit lightweight dry bags. They come in lots of different sizes. Good to have a whole bunch of these just to keep your kit dry and protected from dirt and all that kind of stuff. It also helps with your packing, keeping things a lot more kind of sorted out and organized. The backpack I used was the colossal Osprey Aether 85 AG. It's a great rucksack. It's got so much space in it. It's also got a lot of kind of pockets around it. It's got areas that you can take off, so this top bag comes off at night, which is really useful, and it's got like access from lots of different places. Then you need a bag for summit day, so having a small lightweight bag. I haven't used this one yet, but it's a nice really lightweight bag from Hardwear. It's 28 litres. It's going to fit your axe on it, it's going to fit your food in it, it's going to fit your crampons in, it's going to fit some extra layers. You might want to go a bit bigger, but this is the bag I would like to use next time. I used for ACONCAGUA, I used an Osprey 33-litre Talon. We used a Vango Mountain 2 tent. It's quite heavy, but when there's two of you, you can split the weight between you, so that makes it a little bit easier to deal with. But the actual tent itself is great. It was really solid, it was quick and easy to put up, it was comfortable, spacious, and really loved using this tent and would really recommend it. Inside the tent we used these Therm-a-Rest Z Lite mats to put on the ground to try and add a bit of extra distance between us and the ground below. On top of that we had Therm-a-Rest NeoAir sleeping mat, really comfortable, really lightweight, really small when packed down. Use this on absolutely all my adventures. A little tip for this is if you have one of these, I buy some tenacious tape from McNet. Really good for fixing any little holes. For the sleeping bag I used the Rab Ascent 900, which is just a fantastic sleeping bag, especially in the cold. Keeps you very warm. It is big, so I did use a Sea to Summit compression sack just to try and take down the size of that just a little bit. But obviously try to keep it in your compression sack as least time as possible so you're not compacting all the down inside. Inside my sleeping bag I had a Rab silk mummy just to give an extra layer of warmth to that sleeping bag, but also to keep my sleeping bag nice and clean, because 13 days I was up in the mountains, I didn't shower once. For the camp kitchen I used an MSR WindBurner 1 litre. It did the job admirably. It's good, it comes with a little cup on the bottom, you've got your stove inside. Because you've taken up this extra bag, you can put a whole load of gas in. Think a lot about how much gas you're going to need. High altitude, you're going to need to burn things longer. Also, you're going to be melting snow, so really good idea to make sure you have lots of gas with you. And I always have my trusty titanium Lifeventure cup, mug, and my Light My Fire titanium spork. For eating, I like to take some Firepot foods for my main meals each day. You can actually get extra large ones, which are really good on the mountain. Then during the day I would also have like nuts and stuff, snacks like that, tortillas, peanut butters, and in the morning porridges, coffees. For power, I use quite a lot of power when I'm up in a mountain. So I take, this is a Power Traveler Merlin 75, it's 20,000 milliamps of power, which is going to charge your phone 4 or 5 times. Then this is the Solar Adventure 2, which you can open up. It has a little solar panel. It's also got 10,000 milliamps of battery inside. And then as a solar panel, I take the This is the Falcon 21, which opens up like that, and it's absolutely beautiful. I use this on many of my ventures, and it's always done the job. Let's take a Land Rover Explorer R mobile phone. I've got a Garmin InReach communicator, a Hot Rocks hand warmer, a little Remoji lantern for inside the tent from Black Diamond, a Lifeventure's Trek towel, always good to have. Have to say I didn't use it as much as I probably should have. Coming on to hydration, always take my Nalgene bottle with me. With my Nalgene 1 litre wide mouth bottle, and up on the mountain I take the kind of insulated case. I'm not entirely sure how effective this is, however it does make it easier to hang your bottle onto the side of your backpack. The higher up the mountain you go, the colder it's going to get, so have something like a 1 litre Lifeventure flask, maybe even 2 if you can fit it in, but it's great in the morning to boil down your snow, make your fresh water, and then you have hot water for the whole day. When it's not freezing, I use the Hydrapak Seeker 3. For filtering water, I use the Mini Sawyer, and then I actually prefer the Hydrapak 1 litre Stow as the bag to squeeze through the water. I always take electrolytes. These are Hydralyte UK. They come in really good sachets. A lot of people sometimes take the tablets in the tubes, but as you're walking around, they all crush up and it just becomes a mess. But when you're up at the base camp, the water there has very little nutrients and minerals in it, so it's really good to be replacing them. I'll also take a bag like this for collecting snow, because the snow is not always right next to your tent. Other bits of kit, obviously a helmet. I use a Black Diamond Vapor, which is nice and light and fits on top of my cap, which is always nice. Harness, which is a Black Diamond Momentum, nice, small, light, easily packed away. I used a Raven axe from Black Diamond. The protectors that come here, here and here, make sure you get them, really good for protecting all your other kit. Then I've got my Gravel G12 crampons. Make sure your crampons fit with your boots. Then, talking about boots, I've got the Scarpa Phantom 6000s. They also have the 8000, but I was thinking realistically, am I ever going to climb an 8,000 meter mountain? I have the North Face Montana gloves, and I have these Rab Expedition gloves, and I have a small thin liner pair of gloves that I use on a kind of day-to-day basis. For the head, I have a hood, which I take on all my expeditions, which just adds good protection from the wind. I also have a windproof beanie. I take this cap, and I take this outdoor research balaclava. For eyes protection, I take a pair of SunGuard Renegade glasses. When it gets a bit more extreme, I use my Revolt from SunGuard goggles. I use Lecky Micro Vario poles here. I wear the Scarpa R-Evo boots. Used these on all my expeditions in the last few years. Absolutely love them. Excuse how dirty they are. They're about to get cleaned. I always use Bridgestone heavyweight socks. I find them the best for my feet. Don't take cotton boxer shorts or underwear. Just take something that's kind of synthetic and easy to dry. You don't want to have chafing. A pair of tights and a kind of base layer top and a buff. On my legs, I'll generally use something like these hiking pants. These are Ibex from Mountain Equipment. Really enjoying them at the moment, find them really comfortable. Then I'll wear a technical t-shirt on top, and then the next layer up will be a windproof gilet. And on top of that, I have my trusty Adidas Terex hoodie. Then I have a Rab Microlite Alpine jacket, which I wear on top of that. And then should it get colder, I go to the Mountain Equipment Skyline jacket that goes on top. And then if it's a lot of wind, I use the Shivling jacket from Mountain Equipment, which is a Gore-Tex Pro jacket. That is the kit I used on ACONCAGUA. I would use on my next mountain. Really proud I managed to knock that together in 30 minutes. So if anyone wants to pay for me to go and climb a mountain with them, I am ready to go. Thank you very much. I hope that was useful.